Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launch press conference for Lights Out, a great night of championship boxing to be held on Saturday, November 1st at Co-op Live in Manchester, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, in association with Ready to Fight, along with their great sponsors, Riot Season, That Prize Guy, Unibet, 32 Red, and Global Next Trade. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a reminder that this great event will be broadcasted live worldwide on DAZN, and tickets are now available through Ticketmaster. This outstanding card will be showcasing the light heavyweight division, 3 light heavyweight championship bouts scheduled with fighters joining us here today. So let's now welcome the participants. First, from Manchester, England, Lyndon King Arthur. From Manchester, England, Brad the Sting Ray. From Birmingham, England, Troy Jones. From Kyiv, Ukraine, Daniel Lapin. From Swadlin Coat, Derbyshire, England, Zach Parker. From Croydon, London, England, Joshua Buatsi. We also have with us here today the director of Ready to Fight, Mr. Sergey Lapin, and the CEO of Queensberry, Mr. George Warren. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I hand things over to your host, the very talented Mr. Dev Sani.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Thomas Treiber. Let's hear it for Thomas Treiber, by the way. Always great intros from that man. When he gets them right, Thomas, hey? Great to see you, Thomas, as ever. Welcome to Manchester, ladies and gentlemen. And just as we catch our breaths from another DAZN sizzler in the Saudi desert, with Moses Itama announcing himself as a new force in the heavyweight division, today we turn our attention to the light heavyweight division. November 1st, Queensberry will be back at the Co-op Live in Manchester for a light heavyweight special. 6 fighters, each with a point to prove. The main event sees the return, and indeed the Queensberry debut, of Olympic bronze medalist, former interim world champion Joshua Buatsi, and he takes on a man who has been itching to compete at the top level at 175 pounds in Zach Parker. And then we've got a Manchester derby. We've got City versus United, blue versus red, the Sting against the King. Brad Ray defends his European title against Lyndon Arthur. Can't wait to get stuck into that one. You may notice some familiar faces up here as well. Normally they're sat with Alexander Usyk, the Ready to Fight team. The Lapin brothers are in town, and Daniel Lapin will be having his 13th fight on this show, taking on former English champion Troy Jones. So, 6 leading light heavyweights, 3 fantastic fights, 1 big night of boxing, 1st of November, a date for your diaries. This is Lights Out. Tickets are on sale now, as Thomas Treiber pointed out. Let's kick things off by bringing in CEO of Queensberry, Mr. George Warren. And George, we've seen what a statement Queensberry are making in the heavyweight division. It looks like similar statements are being made at light heavyweight.
Yeah, thanks, Dev. You're absolutely right. We just got the news yesterday. Let's just quickly talk about the heavyweights after that devastating, impressive performance from Moses Itama, who most people are tipping to be the next big star of heavyweight boxing. We now sit with 8 of the recognised by the Ring magazine top 10 heavyweights in the world under the Queensberry banner, which is something that we're incredibly proud of and delighted to be working with all these fantastic fighters at heavyweight. And I would say probably about 12 months ago, we made a conscious decision again that the other division that we really wanted to focus on was light heavyweights, particularly from a domestic perspective. Also, it's great to be collaborating with Ready to Fight and bringing Daniel on. But from a domestic perspective, light heavyweight division is absolutely stacked with quality fighters and competitive, evenly matched, that have got natural rivalries, big ticket sellers, great narratives, and we can deliver some fantastic fights, certainly over the next, 24 months between some of the guys that we have in the roster. All have got their own ambitions, all want to excel past the level that they're going to be fighting on November the 1st, and all have got an eye on eventually trying to get to world level. Josh has boxed there before, Zach's boxed there before. This is a real good opportunity for both these guys to get their name back in the hat for a world title. And the winner of this, I know we can deliver that for them early next year. We're thrilled to bring Josh on board, and Zach's been with us for a long time. So these are guys that we know, and we're very, very encouraged by the fact that both of them have stepped up and taken this fight. We welcome back Lyndon onto a Queensberry show, knowing Lyndon and, obviously his family and his team for many, many years. He had a great relationship for a number of years. Obviously moved on, worked with other promoters, but he's back and he's taken on another new Queensberry recruit in Brad Ray, the European champion. And that is just a complete blockbuster of a Manchester derby. 175 pounds, City versus United, European title on the line. And they will have their eyes on coming through that and stepping past that European level and getting to world level. And obviously, we know Troy. Troy just recently boxed for us on a terrific card in Nottingham, putting in a great performance, but unfortunately didn't get the result against Ezra. And, what a type of guy he is to come through a fight like that, not get the result, a tough fight, but to take on someone in Daniel, who most people are considering to be, a future world champion. Again, really appreciate the guys at Ready to Fight coming over and helping us to promote this and to bring and for allowing us to work with Daniel. We've had a great experience working with them on the Wembley Stadium show, and I'm sure they're going to again be integral to the success of this event. So look, hands on for us. This is an exciting card. It's full of great talent. If you can't buy tickets, if you can't be there in action, please tune into DAZN wherever you are around the world, because you're going to see an excellent card and something that we're going to keep building with DAZN. Domestic fights, quality 50-50 competition throughout the cards, and that's what we're going to have on November the 1st.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, George. Let's start with the Ready to Fight team. I'm going to start with Serge Lapin. Of course, you must have so many great memories in the UK. Every time you guys come here, you win. Tell us how you're feeling to be back in the UK.
Hello, everybody. George, thank you, and thank you, team. What invite is Manchester this event. I like UK. This best for country for me and my team, and best fans for world. And last we come in Manchester this 7 years ago, fight Usyk Bellew. These great moments, and all fighters in UK, these best guys. Now we come in with Daniel fight after we see what we do. And thank you very much. Invite.
Okay. Thank you, Serge. Let's bring in Troy Jones before we hear from Daniel Lapin. Troy, big opportunity for you on a big show against a very big man, 6'6", Daniel Lapin. Tell us how you're feeling about this one.
Thanks for having me, Queensberry, and Frank for having me back. Big man, little heart. So I'm just in there to do what I do, and that's come to fight. And I think that's going to be too much for him over there. But you'll all see on November 1st what I'm coming with. And like I said, I think it'll be too much for him mentally, physically, and I'm going to break him over the rounds.
I saw you actually put up on your Instagram, trust me, he ain't built like me. So you're suggesting your heart far exceeds his. Tell us a bit more.
He's a good boxer. Everyone sees what he's about. He's a good boxer, but no matter how hard he gets in there, I'm never looking over the ropes. I'm never wanting out. And he wanted out in that fight. Everyone's clear to see. He got the nod. Controversially got the nod, I think. But listen, no matter how hot it gets in that ring, I don't want out. And he wanted out in that ring, in that round. So when I'm on him from the round one, he's going to want out very, very soon. So that's what it's going to be like in that ring, trust me.
Well, let's hear from Daniel Lapin, who I understand has been getting translations as you've been speaking, Troy. Daniel, your reaction to some of what you heard, he said you're a big man with a little heart.
Ну да, я высокий в этом весе, один из самых высоких, в принципе. Но я не делаю свой рост каким-то там большим, как это сказать, преимуществом, да.
Yeah, I'm one of the most highest guy in light heavyweight, but my height is not like my of the main advantage.
С высокими довольно просто боксировать, если ты умеешь боксировать.
With guys with this height, yes, it's pretty easy to box if you can box.
What does he think about some of the comments being made there about his heart?
Ну, много кто говорит, что над Эдмонсом была спорная победа. В принципе, был тяжелый бой, был первый мой такой опыт, хороший соперник, грязный соперник, постоянно, в принципе, шел головой вперед, клинчевал, отдавливал ноги. Я не был знаком с таким боксом, вот сейчас познакомился и сейчас буду работать над ошибками.
Yes, a lot of people saying that it was a tough fight for me versus Lewis Edmondson, but it was like first time when I faced opponent who is boxing so dirty, yes, and going to me without any rules. But now I'm familiar with this type and this style of boxing, and I'm ready for the Troy Jones.
Как я отбоксирую с Троем Джонсом, я хочу рематч с Льюисом Эдмонсом, и я покажу совершенно другой бокс. Я покажу ему уже совершенно другой уровень.
After my fight versus Troy Jones, I want to get a rematch versus Lewis Edmondson, and I will show him another level of boxing.
Okay, one final thing for you, Daniel. When we had Usyk in town, he gave Daniel Dubois a warning. He said, don't push the horses. Do you have a message for Troy Jones?
Troy, don't push the horses.
Any response, Troy? You going to push the horses November 1st?
I'm going to hurt you.
Окей.
Okay, great stuff. Brilliant fight.
Подожди, в каком смысле?
In which sense you're gonna hurt me?
Sound.
Окей.
Okay. Brilliant fight in the light heavyweight division, one of three. Let's keep things moving. Can't wait for that one. And yeah, the next one, as George said, it's City versus United. It's blue versus red. It is the Sting against the King. Brad Ray, I'm going to start with you, defending your European title. And I understand that this is a fight that you asked for against Lyndon Arthur. Talk to us.
Well, yeah, when we signed with Queensberry, and look, there was a few fights put to us. We had options on the table. In my opinion, it was easier fights, but this was the fight that stood out to me. It was the fight that you know, when I seen it, it was made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up and made me get excited. And these are the type of fights I want to be involved in. One of the main things is I remember being a kid and going to watch Ant Crawler against John Murray. And look, the city was so excited, and I remember thinking, I want to be in a fight like this one day. And they don't come around very often. This is my chance to be in a fight like that, a fight that the city's really going to get excited about. And yeah, look, that's why I wanted to fight Lyndon. I know what the fight can do for me. I know it can propel me up the ladder. And yeah, look, I know it's not an easy task, but I'm more than ready and confident.
And the Co-op Live is it's right next to the Etihad as well. You can't be losing to a United fan up there, can you?
No way, not a chance.
All right, let's bring in Lyndon Arthur, wearing the United top with pride. I see you, Lyndon. Tell us what you're thinking about this fight.
I just can't wait to get Pat in red, because Pat's a blue as well. So I can't wear him red for the corner. Yeah, that's what we're gonna. I'm excited for this fight. Look, me and Brad are familiar with each other. We sparred many rounds, and like you said, it's an exciting fight. One I'm confident in. He's got a European title. Pat won the European title, so I want to get that over on him as well, and have some fun in there as well.
How much of a threat do you see in Brad Ray?
He's going to be hungry, like you just said. He's been wanting these fights for a long time, and he's grew up wanting to be in these fights. So I expect the best version of him.
I've heard you say, actually, Lyndon, in an interview that it's a bigger fight for him than it is for you. Talk to us about that.
It's just, I don't mean that in no disrespectful way, just in the sense that I've been in bigger fights. This isn't the biggest fight that I've been in. Like, I've been in bigger, so in that sense, no disrespect to him at all. Just this is the bigger fight for him than it is for me.
And you can't lose to a City fan, can you?
Absolutely not. Pat won't show up about that if it happens. So.
How much would a win mean to you, Brad?
Yeah, like it means. Look, where I've been the last few years is, look, being here now, it seems so far away from where it was 2 years ago, but a win can just propel me to even further, and that's why, look, I've got to win this fight. Otherwise, I'm back to square one. I'm back to where it was 2 years ago. I've got nothing to offer, you know what I mean? I've got the European title now. I've got something to offer. People want to fight me for a change, and that's why, look, I need to win the fight. I need to keep hold of that belt, and look, like Lyndon, he has been in bigger. This is a bigger fight for me than him. But that's going to be the difference, because I want this a lot more than him. I know I do, and if it comes down to it in the ring, I know that I want this more than him.
Would you say to that, Lyndon? If it comes right down to it, he wants it more.
Okay.
You've sparred plenty of rounds as well. Can you take anything from those plenty of rounds, Lyndon? Anything?
You can't take nothing from sparring. Things happen in sparring. People get dropped in sparring, knocked out in sparring, and then they come to fight and they're better in the fight. So I don't really think it means anything. In regards to him wanting this more than me, I'm not too sure about that. But I guess we'll see on the fight night.
Listen, as you say, Lyndon, you've boxed at a high level. You've been in there with Bivol. There's the trilogy with Anthony Yard. Is this a little bit about showing levels because you've been at a higher level?
I believe so. Yeah. I'm not taking nothing away from Brad. He's a solid fighter. I just believe I'm Bell. And again, like I said, we will see on the 1st of November.
Okay, Brad, are you going to tell him not to push the horses or anything like that, or we're done with that today?
Yeah, definitely. Look, he has boxed at a better level than me, and on paper, he is a level above me, but it's not showing, the level he's at, it's showing the level I'm at. When I win, they'll go, wow, he is at that level. And, that's a job I've got to do.
Any message for Lyndon?
No.
And I can't imagine Lyndon has one back either, but we look forward to this Manchester derby coming up on November the 1st. Let's move to the main event. Joshua Buatsi makes his long-awaited Queensberry debut. He is back, and former Olympic bronze medalist takes on Zach Parker here. And Zach, I'm going to start with you because you have been calling for fights like this. You've been calling for the Anthony Yards, the Joshua Buatsis. You've got your wish. Tell us how you're feeling about this one.
Yeah, obviously been waiting for a big fight, and you don't get much bigger than this. I'm really excited about this fight, and I quite like being this side of the promotion, to be fair, being the underdog. And yeah, I like people doubt me. It just gives that extra. I give that extra bit in training, and gives that extra fuel. So yeah, I'm buzzing about the fight, and yeah, it should make out for a good fight as well. Both want to win. There's a lot on the line if you think about it, because whoever wins probably goes for a world title. So yeah, really excited.
It's the sort of fight you've wanted. Tell us why it's the sort of fight that you can win.
Yeah, obviously, I believe in my own skills. We'll be coming in with a good game plan. Obviously, Josh just come off a loss. You don't know how he's going to bounce back from that. So yeah, I just believe in myself. I'm confident in myself. So yeah, really excited about it.
Let's bring in Joshua Buatsi and Josh, Queensberry debut. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Great to have you. Give us your kind of opening thoughts ahead of November the 1st.
Yeah, thank you, Dev. Appreciate everyone coming out. It's the first one after I lost to Smith. I'm looking forward to it. I think it was turning a new leaf, and it's who you're going to go with. We chose to come with George and the team, and I'm looking forward to it. Again, I've been asked, am I excited for the fight? And my answer has been, I'm not excited for the fight. Just because we're months away, closer to the fight I will be. I am excited to be fighting back in England and to box in front of you, so I'm looking forward to it.
Do you feel like you need to make a bit of a statement?
I feel like I need to win, Dev.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to win. So, you know, I've never put that pressure that you guys put on to the fighters, primarily because I put more pressure on myself. So, pressure from the external, it doesn't matter to me because I put a lot of pressure on myself. So, the point to do here is to win.
And with Zach, he's got that kind of underdog mentality heading into this. Why is he the right fight for you at this point?
I didn't say he was. It was just put in front of me. So that's who I need to deal with. And in terms of the underdog mentality, it's a good mentality to have. I've carried that for many years, and I still carry that because some people think that's it. It's a wrap. He's not coming back. So for me, it's important to prove that actually I can bounce back from a loss, and I will show myself on November the 1st.
Well, Zach, did you, I assume you would have watched Josh's fight with Callum Smith. It was a brilliant fight, but were you looking for potential vulnerability? Should you ever fight him in the future? Did you see anything?
No, I don't really look into older fights because every fight's different. Everyone's got different styles, so yeah.
You watched the fight, Zach?
It was a good fight. It was a good fight when I watched
it.
Yeah, it was a good fight, but yeah, obviously different styles make fights, and it's going to be a completely different fight to this one.
Anything you can pinpoint from that?
Like I say, I don't really look into past fights. Obviously, it's going to be a completely different fight. When you go into fights, you have plan A, B, C, D, and it always changes in there. Like Mark Tyson said, you don't know what you're going to get into or get hit. So yeah, it should make out for a good fight, like for the fans and that. You two actually boxed as amateurs, right? Have you got any memories of this amateur fight that you had? Either of you? Oh, it was a long time ago.
I remember two things: where it was, and I think it was in Liverpool for the Nationals.
Yeah.
So that's why I remember boxing.
I got cut in the last round, so the ref stopped on a cut. So.
Is that your memory of it, Josh? Just the 1-0, kind of your 1-0 up?
Yeah, it's someone that I boxed years ago, but again, we've both turned pro. It was a long time ago. The style I had back then and how I fought is different to now. So it's a new challenge, and look, I'm looking forward to it. Against someone that knows that a win will put him back or closer to where he wants to get to, and it's the same for me. So I'm looking forward to it. It will be a competitive fight.
Yeah, it's a must-win fight for both of us. So it should make out for a good fight for the fans.
Josh, you asked obviously if he'd watched your fight with Callum Smith. I wonder if you watched his fight with John Ryder, which was his last kind of step up to try to get to world level. Did you see that fight?
I didn't see that fight, no. I'm aware of it, but I didn't watch the fight. I don't know what I was doing. But what I do know is, look, this is someone that, again, even in the amateurs, we thought it was a while ago, but you said I'm one up. I don't see it as that, but it's someone that said he's hungry. So for me, once you're fighting someone that's hungry, it's a dangerous fight. So it's for me to go in there and show that, look, I'm more hungry than you are. And it's all about food. Who's going to eat? November the 1st, we find out.
Zach, let me just ask you this. Do you think, in your heart of hearts, that there's anything that Josh might be underestimating about you?
To be fair, I don't think about what you think about, really. I'm just here to focus on what I can do. Yeah, I know what I can do in the boxing ring. I feel like people have not even seen like 30% of me in the boxing ring. So yeah, I'm looking to go out and put my best out there 100%, and we'll see who comes out victorious.
So if we do get a 100% Zach Parker, if we've only seen 30%, what happens on November the 1st then to Joshua Buatsi?
I'm just going out there to win. Like I say, it's a must-win fight for both of us. I know you're trying to prod and poke and that, you know what I mean, but I feel like both of us are not really smack talkers. So yeah, I'm just going to go out and do my job like I always do, and that's to become victorious.
Final word to you, Joshua Buatsi. Zach doesn't want to be prodded and poked.
It was the same for myself and Smith. We didn't say much, but when it was time to fight, we put it on the line. So I guess he's the same too. You don't want to talk. I'm not going to trash talk or start flipping tables, but what we do know is when there's a fight, I'll show up and I'll put it all on the line.
Absolutely. We look forward to that. Is the main event. Lights Out, November the 1st. Tickets are on sale right now. So the 1st of November, join us live on DAZN at the Co-op Live. It will be one to remember. Let's get some face-offs. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Boom.
Well, that was interesting, Ruth. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much in terms of verbals from Buatsi and Parker. Bit of fun, though, with the Lapins. I like the whole don't push the horses stuff.
Yeah, that's it. The Lapins definitely bring a different flavour, don't they, to the press conference. I think this card, honestly, it's amazing and it's only going to get better. I'm so intrigued by the light heavyweight division right now.
Yeah.
And I think the main event is going to be fireworks.
Yeah, look, these are two guys that very much let their fists do the talking. You're never going to get Joshua Buatsi or Zach Parker chucking tables, but they chuck big punches, and I'm expecting that it'll be lights out for one of them, I think, on November the 1st. I think it's a must-win, actually, for both of them. I know Buatsi kind of hinted at, I don't put the pressure, I don't listen to your pressure that everyone else puts on. He puts pressure on himself, but if he were to lose to Zach Parker after losing to Callum Smith, that's 2 on the bounce. That's not really a place you want to be.
No, it's definitely not what you want as a fighter. Obviously, that last fight with Smith, as much as it was brutal, it was an amazing fight for the fans. And like you said, no fighter wants a loss, but I do think that Buatsi walked away from that fight with a lot of respect and a lot of new fans. But like you said, this fight, neither man are going to want to lose it. This fight, a win for either man at this fight, is going to put him back in at that world stage. And who knows what could happen from there. There's so many great names on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And Joshua Buatsi joining Queensberry now. I mean, there is one fight that has been talked about for years and years and years.
I know who you're going to say.
Oh, that is the beast from the East, Anthony Yard, who I'm sure will be watching on with curiosity as to what happens with this fight. Of course, he has his own big test against David Benavidez coming up in November, so he's got very important business at hand. But we still need to see that fight one day, Ruth.
We do. I mean, I'm desperate to see that fight. I'm so happy that Buatsi is with Queensberry now, because hopefully we are one step closer.
We are crossing our fingers.
These two, Brad the Stingray and Lyndon King Arthur.
I love this fight. I love the Manchester Derby element to it. I love that Lyndon's popped up in a United shirt. He's ready to go, and Brad Ray's ready to go.
That's it. It's hard to beat a domestic dust-up, but one thing that does beat it is 2 men from Manchester going at it. This is a really great one, and it's a great dynamic because, like we said, or like you said, Lyndon's been at that world level before. Brad is trying to break out onto that level. So for the fans, it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, he's only just won that European title in a thriller against Shakan Pitters. He's in a brilliant place right now in his career. A new Queensberry signing as well, and he won't be looking to release that belt anytime soon.
No, definitely not. That European belt is a great belt. He's not going to want to let go of it. And like Lyndon said, he's looking to get that belt so that, you know, he can share that memory with Pat.
I love the reference to Croller and Murray as well, by the way, how Brad Ray went to that fight as a young child, was watching it on thinking, one day, maybe me. Well, one day is November 1st.
That's it. Those memories from when fighters are young kids, they see their idols up there in the ring, they stay with you.
Our next two fighters facing off, competing in a light heavyweight championship contest. Let's welcome Daniel Lapin and Troy Jones.
Well, this is very, very intriguing indeed. Troy Jones brought the smoke to the press conference, said Daniel Lapin was a big man with a little heart.
Yeah, that was, I must admit, that was a great one-liner from Troy. I'm really intrigued to see what happens with this one, because I think the styles might gel really well. That last fight from Lapin, it was a bit of a funny one, you know. There was a bit of controversy there, so I'm really interested to see what Troy can do with this fight.
It was a crazy fight, actually. Daniel Lapin at Wembley Stadium with Louis Edmondson. Lapin actually said at this press conference, after this fight, I want to rematch him. He doesn't feel he necessarily, I don't know, properly beat him. It was a majority decision as well. And maybe we didn't see the best of Daniel Lapin that night. Maybe we will November 1st, but Troy's coming to fight.
Troy is coming to fight, and I love that energy from him. He's got a lot of fans here today.
And it's good to see the Lapins in town, isn't it? I mean, Serge Lapin, the older brother, always brings a... He's got a kind of quirky energy about him.
That's it. He's got that quirky energy. He's also always got something fun to say. And this night is going to be explosive. What can I say? And they're only going to add to it, the Lapins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our next two fighters facing off will be competing in our main event Saturday, November 1st, live worldwide on DAZN, brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry. They will be competing in a light heavyweight championship contest. Let's welcome Zach Parker and Joshua Buatsi.
Here we go, the main event. Now this fight, honestly, I am so excited about this fight. I genuinely think this arguably is one of the best fights that can be made in British boxing. It's going to be an explosive show, and I think this is really going to be the cherry on top of the cake.
I think what you said was absolutely bang on about the Callum Smith fight. It was a fight where actually Joshua Buatsi gained a lot of fans despite the defeat. It's like his stock went up because we saw something new. We saw heart, we saw grind, and it was fantastic to see. And what can Zach Parker provide him? He's boxed at the highest level before against John Ryder, interim title on the line, and it didn't go his way that night, so he's got a point to prove.
He really has. This could be a coming out moment for Zach Parker. If he can perform on the night, if he can perform under those bright lights, we know that Joshua's already been there. You know, he's fought those big names, he's fought on the world stage. This is going to be a fantastic fight. I'm so excited about Joshua Buatsi coming over to Queensberry. It's a great move for him, it's a great fit, and like George Warren mentioned, the light heavyweight division is on fire, and Queensberry have really made a statement domestically with that division.
Yeah, listen, we saw that graphic that Queensberry put out. It was just, oh wow, they've got him, and they've got him, and they've got him. They've got a bit of a stranglehold on the light heavyweight division. George Warren, of course, referenced 8 of the 11 top Ring Magazine heavyweights. They're all Queensberry.
Who will be competing on Saturday, November 1st from Co-op Live in Manchester, England, live worldwide on DAZN.
It's a great snap, that is. It's a great card.